Hey guys, and welcome back. How are you all doing? It is Jafmasterflash. Hope you guys are all well. So, what is today's video about? It is me. It is a F2 sprint race from the league I had recently joined. The racing league I just recently joined is called Realistic Performance League. Last week I debuted at Spain, and it was the worst rain imaginable. I think the game is conspiring against me. As you can see, last week in Spain, the rain was bad, and this week in Canada, the rain is just as bad. What makes this week even worse was we got to qualifying, and Jeff, good old Jeff, the weatherman, with his superior intellect and expertise in deducing when the weather is going to change from bad to worse, said that we had 5 minutes before the rain hit. So, me wanting to get out, forgot to set the car up. So, unfortunately, I entered this race on a default setup, which, compared to the other guys around me, I was about 1.2 seconds a lap slower than everybody else. So, as you can imagine, the feature race didn't go too great. But this is the sprint race. And I finished 12th in the feature race at 17. And let's see how we can do in the sprint race. I was well aware by this point that I was not going to be able to compete with the other guys. I knew I wasn't, because just of how much time I lost in the feature race. But I like the sprint race because it's 14 laps, no pit stops, and it's just a way to go. Problem is, F2 cars are notoriously unstable. I say they're unstable. They're extremely difficult to drive, and even worse in the wet. You have to be so gentle on the throttle. One wrong move, one hard press on the throttle, and that's it, the car spins. Unfortunately, due to the wet practice, the wet qualifying and the wet start, I'd used my sets of tyres, my available sets of tyres, and I only had one set left. And this was the set that I was on. As you can see, the start was very, very sketchy as the car had gone round there. This was, the first lap. We've just started. You can see there's so many cars in front, and I'm trying to get going. I really, really am. It's just unfortunate that I can't compete with these guys. They're all quicker than me. Although I had some really good fun, and I'm able to move through people, as they are not human, they are AI. So as you can see, a lot of cars have spun behind. Fruity Coast is to the side of me. I was going to send it, but realised that there was no way on earth I could have made it, and that would be my race over. But me, see, there we go. That's how bad it is. Trying to power out of that one turn, and that's how bad the grip levels were. Really screwed myself over, dropped down to P14, and it wasn't great from there. However, the race is enjoyable. Had a really good battle with Westy. Me and him had some decent overtakes. I didn't stay P14. I did manage to finish the race all 14 laps, but tricky. It's extremely tricky. It really, really was. Canada is one of those circuits that is quite difficult in an F1 car, because corner cutting is and the rules are extremely strict. Yet, in an F2 car, in the wet, it's not great. And if you guys don't believe me, just go and try Canada F2 cars in the wet, and you'll see and know exactly what I am talking about. It's good fun though. It really is. As I said, this is only my second race in RPL. I am a new guy. I have driven F2 cars before, but not competitively, not against human. It's always been against AI. But I'm hoping to get up to speed and get faster, get stronger, and then compete a lot more. In time, get out of this tier and join tier 2, and then from tier 2 go on to tier 3. But I need to become a hell of a lot faster and stop making stupid mistakes like I did, like not being able to set up a car and running the default setup. Schoolboy error, yep, definitely. Will I look to do it again? Absolutely not. So frustrated. I mean, the fastest lap of the pole lap was a 1:21, and I did a 1:19 in time trial. So that just shows how much I was really disappointed with myself. Really disappointed. And by the time I had managed to get the car out, it was already raining, and I think I ended up with a lap for 1:34, which is really poor. Really, really poor. But even on turn 1 there, as you've seen it, just how little grip we have, the car really slides all over the place, and you have to be so careful on the throttle. There's loads of slips, loads of twists, loads of turns, and as you can see, even Westy in front, it looks like he's going at a snail's pace, but he's actually not. We are at 80, 90 miles an hour, and trying to get your foot down, trying to get going, and the more you put your foot down on the throttle, the more the car doesn't want to grip, and then even slowing down becomes difficult as well. I think at this point I'm actually know that I'm going to get by Westy, but then going into the turn I try to outbrake him, and then the rear loses traction and around I go. Luckily for me and both Westy, no contact was made, and we were able to go on and go forth. But you guys will have to stick around and find out what happens next. You really will. But it was a really good battle, really good race, really enjoyed it, and it's not bad considering this is my second attempt against human participants. Next week we are live at Austria. I will put the Twitch link down in the description below if you guys want to follow it. We are live on a Thursday night, 7:30 p.m. UK time. Just don't come expecting anything big from me at the moment. That's all I'll say. But nevertheless, it's still fun. It's all part of the learning curve, and hopefully, even though I know it's going to be a steep learning curve, it'll be a learning curve which is quite quickly under control. But guys, I hope you enjoy the rest of this. I really do. This is me racing F2 cars at Canada. Wherever you are in the world today, I hope you guys are all well. I really, really do. And let me know what you think about it down in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Until the next one, guys.
gap to car in front is 1.1 seconds. They're on old wets. Their tyres are 4 laps old. The time last lap was a 1 minute 37.1. You're closing in by 7/10 per lap. The gap to the car ahead is 1.8 seconds. They're on old wets. Their tyres are 5 laps old. The time last lap was a 1:35.2. You're dropping back by around 2/10 each lap. Okay, you've been pushing your luck on the track limits too much. We've been given a 3-second penalty. Tyre condition is still looking good. We'll be seeing at least 20 minutes of light rain. Be aware we expect the grip levels to start falling away soon. The car in front is a second a lap faster, 1 second. You've been awarded a time penalty for that last incident. The car behind's catching you at a rate of about 2 seconds a lap. This is your final lap of the race.